Distinguished guests, on behalf of our graduates, the faculty, staff, and alumni of Rockland Community College, it is my honor to welcome you to the 61st Commencement Exercises. Familiares y amigos, bienvenidos a la graduación del año 2021 de Rockland Community College. Es un honor tenerlos a todos juntos con nosotros este día. Esperamos que el día va a estar lleno de alegría, reconocimiento de los esfuerzos de nuestros estudiantes y bastante orgullo. President Baston, I have the honor to share that the members of the graduating class of 2021, the Board of Trustees, the staff, faculty, and alumni of Rockland Community College, as well as our special guests, are present to participate in the 61st commencement exercises of Rockland Community College of the State University of New York. Please join as we begin our celebration by the singing of the National Anthem performed by Anya Quinn, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance by Zoha Zuhair, SGA President and graduate.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'd like to give a shout out to our very own student here at RCC, Anya Quinn, for the job she just did with the National Anthem. What a wonderful, wonderful job that was. Greetings. I'm Dr. Susan Deere. I'm the Provost and Executive Vice President here at Rockland Community College. As the Chief Academic Officer of the college, I want to welcome you on behalf of the faculty, staff, and college administration to the 61st commencement ceremony of 2021. This past year has been historic as the world continued to navigate through a life-altering event with the pandemic. And even with the normal sacrifices of being a college student, you had to go even further to make your dreams come true. You have proven that you are determined and nothing can stop you when you put your mind to things. The faculty of this college are very proud to have taught, supported, and guided you through your journey. And we are so proud that this day has arrived. Our entire college community is so very proud of you. And as you set off to the next chapter of your lives, please trust that our RCC family is always here to cheer you on, and you are forever a member of our college. Congratulations. I am now pleased to introduce the chairman of the Rockland Community College Board of Trustees, Mr. Marty Wortendijk, as he offers greetings and congratulations to the graduating class and their families. Mr. Wortendijk.
Welcome. It is my honor and pleasure to extend greetings and warm congratulations to all the graduates and family members on behalf of the entire Board of Trustees of Rockland Community College. Please let me take this opportunity to introduce my fellow members of the Board of Trustees who are committed to strengthening this wonderful institution to ensure the best educational experience for our students. Mr. Joseph Rand, Vice Chair, Ms. Ileana Eckert, Board Secretary, Mr. Grant Valentine, Community Outreach Liaison, Ms. Mary Lou Dillon, Ms. Mary Ellen Dykstra-Dinellen, Ms. Lynn Hillwitz, Ms. Susan Olkers-Ramos, Ms. Ilana Yeager, and Mr. Emmanuel Bastos, our student trustee. Thank you and welcome.
It gives me great pleasure to introduce our dignitaries who will provide greetings and congratulations to the graduates. Thank you.
To the graduating class of 2021, today we celebrate over 90,000 graduating SUNY students. I know this is not how you expected your final semesters to have gone. Since March of last year, as the world went into quarantine and we began a new normal of social distancing and masking up, you had to adapt to the uncertainties of what was to come, to juggle new responsibilities, all while continuing on the path of completing your education. In the face of a global health crisis, you persevered. Whether it was making the transition to online learning, having to move back home to continue your studies, or not being able to be with your friends, teammates, and a favorite faculty and staff member. And despite it all, many of you stepped up to help out your campuses on the front lines with their COVID-19 efforts, from volunteering with testing, to administering vaccines, to providing academic support to those struggling with remote learning. You made sure that your communities were being taken care of. That is who SUNY is. That's who you are. You also created art, conducted research, and found your passions. You did it all, and I know it hasn't been easy. But today we celebrate your hard-earned and well-deserved degree. Although many of our campuses are unable to celebrate this important milestone with you, with all the pomp and circumstance that you deserve, let it be known that we are all so proud of the class of 2021, the grit and determination you have shown to complete your studies, no matter the obstacles thrown in your way. You are to be admired, lauded, and always remembered. I'll cherish the opportunities I've had this year to meet so many of you, both in person and virtually, and to hear your inspiring stories. Like Madison Cunningham, who I met at my visit to Corning Community College, who is creating a toy for children with sensory processing disorders using 3D printing, and volunteers her time at the local hospital. Or Ilian Alexandre, a first-generation U Albany student and a recipient of the Norman R. McConney Jr. Award for Student Excellence, who hopes to continue on to medical school and work in emergency medicine. And Ramatu Muhammad, a SUNY Potsdam International Studies major and diversity ambassador who will be continuing her studies at the Johns Hopkins School of Advanced International Studies. Or Jacob Eckhouse from Binghamton University, who through the Student Voices Action Committee helped create the Food Pantry Refrigeration Grant Program for all SUNY campuses. Or Kaylee Hosrath of SUNY Geneseo, who stepped up as a student volunteer, using her training as an operations chief for Geneseo First Response EMT service, when all students had to be tested before leaving for Thanksgiving break. and Darian Hunt from Farmingdale State College, who recently received the inaugural Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Chancellor's Award for Student Excellence for being a champion of racial justice and equity on his campus, and Omar Guy, who grew up in Gambia and who is now completing his studies at Sullivan. As you all look toward the future, know that your SUNY education has prepared you to succeed in whatever you put your mind to, whether it be furthering your education or joining the workforce. You and your fellow graduates will continue the SUNY legacy of leaving a positive impact on your communities, always striving to solve for our world's most pressing problems and being stewards of excellence and innovation. As the newest members of the 3 million strong SUNY alumni family, I wish you luck as you start this exciting next chapter in your life, and I look forward to seeing all that you accomplish. I know you will do great things. Congratulations.
Hi, I'm Lieutenant Governor Kathy Hochul, and first of all, my heartfelt congratulations to the class of 2021 and to all the people, your family, your friends, your professors who helped you make it here today. Surely a year ago, when the class of 2020 was denied their rite of passage with an in-person graduation, you thought by the time you graduate, the pandemic would be gone and life would be back to normal, right? Well, here we are. Yet despite enduring uncertainty and setbacks for more than a year of COVID, you still met the rigorous academic standards required to earn a diploma from a great New York State institution. But far more than the academics that every class before you and those that follow have to meet, your education, particularly since 2020, has been utterly unique. Each of you are now qualified to teach a masterclass in adaptability, essential life skills, and resiliency. Not sure? Just hear me out. You are now entering into a world which has been radically altered. Forces beyond our control have changed our economy, our society, and indeed have changed each and every one of us. You are now bonded with others in the class of 2021 across the nation in a shared moment in history that will define a generation. And I guarantee that at your 50th reunion, you'll be talking about what you endured, the sacrifices you made, how you missed your classmates and your professors, how you had the additional hardship of finishing your education through enormous stress. But through it all, missing the final days with your friends and the celebration of graduation, you endured. And it is that endurance, resiliency, and a toughness, coupled with compassion and a newfound appreciation for people in all walks of life, from healthcare workers to grocery store cashiers to countless fellow citizens who selflessly rose to meet the occasion. All of this has built a foundation for your character that will serve you for as long as you live. You may not feel like it yet, but your experience surviving the global pandemic of 2020-2021 is a rock upon which you will measure all future challenges, setbacks, and whatever life throws your way. Just like the greatest generation who endured and survived the Great Depression and World War II, you and members of your class have the potential to be a generation that is held in esteem and awe for the grit and spirit of determination that got you to this graduation today. These traits will carry you forward into a world of uncertainty, yet one of unlimited possibility. Once you walk across the virtual stage, you'll be entering a whole new era, one where we have far more questions than answers. But as a college-educated adult, you will now be called upon to help shape the answers to the burning questions of the day. Like, how do we eradicate racial and social injustice? How do we foster more inclusivity for marginalized communities? How will we meet the challenge of climate change? How do we address the future of work and workplaces? How do we solve the healthcare inequities and better prepare for the next viruses that are sure to come? You are needed to help define our post-pandemic world and to answer these questions. Now, our country is turning to you, our next generation, for inspiration and hope as you build your own legacy and strive toward a more just, civil, and inclusive society. So more than just wearing a cap and tassel on your head, you also now wear the weight of these responsibilities on your shoulders. Class of 2021, As the curtain of social distancing and isolation begins to lift, more and more are vaccinated, and we venture out from this period of darkness. Use your newly acquired education as the launch pad to lift off from and soar high. Use your passion and your most recent experiences to help shape our post-pandemic society into one that promotes generosity, love, and kindness. That's exactly what this world needs right now. And your fellow New Yorkers are counting on you to help lead the way. Congratulations on this amazing accomplishment.
Hello, Rockland Community College. This is Senator Chuck Schumer, and it's my honor to address the faculty and staff, the families and friends of the graduates, but most of all, you, the class of 2021. Congratulations, you've made it. Now, I'm really sorry I can't join you in person, as I do almost every year, but I'm grateful that modern technology allows us to still be connected on this graduation day. You are special, and I wouldn't want to miss congratulating you, COVID or not. First, a quick word to the parents. As a parent myself, I know how hard it is to raise kids these days and how much you've invested in them. But it all pays off as you watch your son or daughter receive their diploma and become an adult before your very eyes. Let's have a virtual round of applause to the moms and dads. Everyone says your senior year in college will be the most memorable, and for many of you, it probably has been, but certainly not in the way you expected. With COVID affecting our nation's health, our nation's economy, and your senior year, these have been unusual and difficult times. The challenge of these moments are truly unique, but so has been our collective response. The fact that we're still celebrating this graduation and not letting COVID stand in the way, even if we're celebrating differently, just goes to show that New Yorkers won't let anything stop us from honoring what's so important in life. And nothing can take away from the fact that you've earned a degree from such a fine institution of higher learning. We have a long way to go, but for the first time in more than a year, we can start to think about what it'll be like to return to normal. We're beginning to see light at the end of the tunnel, thanks to safe and highly effective vaccines. It's nothing short of a medical miracle, and I'm proud to have helped lead the way in Congress by prioritizing vaccine research, production, and most of all, distribution, so that everyone who wants a vaccine can now get one. And as Senate Majority Leader, the first ever from New York, I worked hard to pass the American Rescue Plan, which is putting money in the pockets of people and small businesses who have been hurt by this crisis and helping our society recover in so many different ways. Now, I'm pushing President Biden to forgive $50,000 in student loans, a crushing burden for millions of recent graduates around the nation. With a flick of a pen, he could wipe this debt clean and create a brighter future for so many people, including many of you. So, class of 2021, my message to you is simple. Right now, it may feel like the future is uncertain. Many of you may not be sure what you're going to do next, but what has been true throughout history is just as true today. That even in times of difficulty, there are always new opportunities, new ways of thinking, of doing things a better way. It's natural to fear the unknown, and I'm sure many of you do right now. But don't let the harshness of this past year prevent you from seizing new opportunities. They're out there, you just have to keep your eyes open to them. And don't forget, you have incredible assets, a college degree from a great institution, and loving families who will have your back through thick and thin. Our nation is overcoming this pandemic, and we need your help and your courage to rebuild our country even stronger than it was before. This past year has revealed the injustices and prejudices that persist in our society, and we can't just go back to the way things used to be. We must make our society better, and we know we will, because you are our future leaders, and we have faith in you. So I say once again to Rockland Community College class of 2021, congratulations, good luck, and Godspeed.
Hi, I'm Senator Kirsten Gillibrand, and I am so delighted to send my best wishes and congratulations to today's graduates. I know that this past year and this graduation are likely not what you pictured or hoped they would be, but I hope you take this moment to celebrate all that you've learned and achieved and how adaptable and resilient you've become. This is a moment of new beginnings for you and for our country. Today, you begin to take all that you've learned and put it into practice. And I hope that we'll use it to build the future we all want to live in, whether that's through developing new green technology, starting a new business, working in healthcare, or serving your community. We need all of your ideas and perspectives, and I can't wait to see where you all go and where you take us from here. Congratulations, graduates.
Hi, this is your County Executive Ed Day, and it is my honor to take this opportunity to congratulate the graduating class of 2021. You have achieved this milestone in the midst of a global pandemic, which certainly was not an easy task, but you persevered, and you should be extremely proud. Many of you have attended classes while balancing a job and other personal responsibilities and made earning your degree a top priority. Your accomplishments are truly impressive, and I urge you to take time to reflect on the hard work that has guided you to this very moment. It is with great pleasure that I join with your families and friends in sending my heartfelt congratulations to you today. You have learned, you have grown, and you have experienced new and exciting things. I hope your studies at RCC will help you accomplish all that you strive for. May you all have a bright and successful future ahead. Have a wonderful day.
Hello, graduates. I'm Alden Wolf, Chairman of the Rockland County Legislature, and I'm so happy to be celebrating with you today. You've had a rough year navigating your classes during one of the worst crises in our history, but you did it, and here we are today. I know that every day of this effort was truly a challenge, but you persevered, you completed your educational requirements, and today you will become college graduates. We're also very proud of you. Congratulations to the faculty members and administrators who worked so hard to find ways to provide the education that today's graduates need, despite the incredible challenges. Congratulations to the parents, the spouses, the partners, the children, and others who've supported you financially, emotionally, and so many other ways. And finally, congratulations to you, the graduates, for taking the steps to make your futures brighter and better. On behalf of myself and the entire Rockland County Legislature, I offer you my best wishes and wish you all the best for a bright future.
Each year, a student from the graduating class is selected to provide remarks, and each time I am more and more impressed with the resilience and determination of our students. This year, it gives me immense pleasure to introduce Mr. Felix Vasquez Ayala. Today, Felix graduates not only from RCC, but also from the Student Support Services TRIO program. The TRIO program is a federally funded program committed to ensuring that historically underrepresented students are successful, graduate, and transfer to a four-year college. This May, Felix is earning his degree in humanities and will return in the fall to earn his degree in performing arts. Please join me in welcoming our 2021 graduation student speaker, Mr. Vasquez Ayala.
Before I begin, I would like to start off by thanking a handful of individuals who've helped me throughout the past 2 years. Without them, I wouldn't be where I am today. Some of these names are recognizable, like Dr. Catherine Lynch, Dr. Megan Nolan, Janice Goldstein, Tamika Richardson, Patricia Maloney Tittleland, Christopher Plummer, Christina Chaudel, Kathleen Carroll, and a host of other people, including professors, counselors, the people at the Records Office and Financial Aid Office, and you, for making it through whatever process it took you to get to this point. These past 2 years have been a lot of things. A transition out of high school, a return to formal education for those returning, a second job, an opportunity to start over and make new friends. And in the case of the past year, a cause for reflection. Among a public health crisis, a plethora of tragedies, the division among citizens, and the politics of it all, there are a bunch of college students just trying to get by and make it through these testing times. And boy, did the past year test us. But if you're watching this right now, I'm sure you know what that means. Through all the thick and thin, the scrambling to hand in our papers, the tests we've slaved hours of our lives studying for, the last-minute submissions, all tasks that were only made more difficult as a result of this pandemic. You somehow managed to push through and make it to the other side. In the process, we've had to balance this with our own personal lives, sometimes more than we would have liked. Sometimes we've had to prioritize one aspect over the other, and that usually meant making sacrifices. You've likely had to switch out classes you wanted to take for classes you had to take. Or something came up and you cannot attend a few classes. Certain assignments probably needed to be put by the wayside for a big project you had to start. That's due tomorrow. And in the case of our personal lives, sacrifices also had to be made. There were hobbies we wanted to take up, but had to put on hold for the time being during a semester. There were family, friends, or loved ones that we couldn't see due to COVID. And as a result, there were missed holidays, missed birthdays, anniversaries, and other special occasions that normally would have brought us together. But the autonomy that college gives us is what allows us to make such sacrifices in the first place. And with this autonomy, we could have easily chosen an easier path to success. And to be honest, there would have been nothing wrong with that, especially given this past year. We didn't do that. We persevered. And with the help of our amazing professors, counselors, advisors, and tutors, we made sure that we would finish what we had started. If we could do that under such extreme circumstances, then imagine what we could do when things go back to normal. We could finally pick up that new skill like playing guitar or a sport, starting a YouTube channel, or going to the gym regularly, or make life-altering decisions with a certain peace of mind, like transferring to that dream school, starting a business, landing that dream job, or just taking a gap year to take in the sights. So thank you, and congratulations for all that we've accomplished. These circumstances have made the class of 2021 one of the most unique graduating classes, and for that reason, we will endure, no matter what lies ahead.
It gives me great pleasure to introduce Dr. Michael Baston, President of Rockland Community College. Dr. Baston.
We are excited to honor faculty and staff who have been recognized by the State University of New York for their exemplary service. The SUNY distinguished faculty members receiving SUNY Chancellor's Awards for Excellence in Teaching are Jody Lynn Greco, Dr. Christopher Baker, Dr. Jeffrey McLean. The SUNY's Chancellor Award for Excellence in Adjunct Teaching has been awarded to Celeste Sherry. The SUNY Distinguished Service Professor Rank Award is bestowed upon Patty Maloney. The following staff have been recognized for their service: SUNY's Chancellor Award for Excellence in Professional Service, Brian Gomez. SUNY Chancellor's Award for Excellence in Classified Service, Nancy Alexander. This year, 2 students have earned the recognition of the SUNY Chancellor's Award for Student Excellence. Congratulations to Emmanuel Bastos, Board of Trustees Student Trustee, and Dina Shalingia. Please join me in congratulating the recipients of this year's awards. It is my esteemed pleasure this year to present the Presidential Award to 3 esteemed individuals, as well as an extraordinary group of employees and students. Dr. Francis Pratt is a Rockland institution, having served from 1981 to 2020 as the president of the Nyack branch of the NAACP. During her nearly 40 years of service, Dr. Pratt became widely known throughout the Hudson Valley as a tireless advocate for civil rights, and she is the recipient of countless honors for her dedication to social justice. In addition to her civil rights work, Dr. Pratt is a graduate of the Rockland Community College nursing program and had a distinguished career serving others as the first African-American head nurse at the Nyack Hospital Emergency Room and in the hospital's Office of Employee Health. Professor Bill Baker is one of the longest-serving and most distinguished faculty members in the history of Rockland Community College. Teaching in the science department from 1970 to 2020, Professor Baker touched the lives of countless students through the years. In addition to his service as a member of the faculty, he has also served in a number of administrative positions at RCC, including as Division Chair, Dean, and Vice President of Academic Affairs. This is in addition to serving as the President of the Faculty Union. Professor Baker is a SUNY Distinguished Professor as well as the recipient of the Northeast Faculty Member of the Year Award from the Association of Community College Trustees. Dr. Edmund Gordon is the longtime scholar in residence at Rockland Community College. A graduate of Howard University, American University, and Teachers College of Columbia University, Dr. Gordon is a lifelong educator and academic researcher in the areas of African American studies and educational administration. A mentee of W.E.B. Du Bois, Dr. Gordon co-founded the Segis Institute in Pomona, New York in 2000, a research foundation dedicated to improving the educational and social conditions for all disenfranchised people. Since the very beginning of COVID-19, while most RCC employees began to work from home, some never stopped showing up to work in person. Those employees from plant facilities, public safety, housekeeping, and many other departments are a true testament to the dedication of our staff to our campus and its students. In addition, I want to recognize the many students in our nursing program who have served area hospitals throughout the pandemic, as well as provided on-campus COVID-19 testing to our faculty, staff, and students. It is my hope that this has been a transformational learning experience for you that will lead to the life of service for your future patients. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. For Dr. Pratt, Dr. Gordon, Professor Baker, and our frontline workers and nursing students, it is my honor to award each of you with the Presidential Award this year. Congratulations. This March, we were deeply saddened by the sudden loss of one of our students, Charles Justin Kodish. Charles was a psychology student at Rockland Community College. He was also an accomplished actor and appeared in several productions. Charles enjoyed skateboarding and snowboarding and making pizza and spending time with family and friends. He loved the ocean and was very proud when he earned his lifeguard certification. When he was growing up, he was a member of the Boy Scouts, the Suffern Little League, and enjoyed playing the saxophone. Such important life lessons for all of us. Time passes, but we must always remember that we live with joy and purpose. I hereby award the Honorary Associate of Art degree in Liberal Arts to Charles Justin Codish. Good afternoon, Rockland Community College class of 2021. This is a beautiful day for our graduates, their families, faculty, and staff, and all that are joining us to mark this transformational occasion in the lives of our students. Graduates, you have dedicated yourself to personal and professional growth during your time at RCC, and you have done so under the extraordinary circumstances put upon you by COVID-19's pandemic, which have kept you in a largely virtual environment for more than a year. We are proud of you and excited for you as you move on to your next institution or directly into the world of work with an increased opportunity for a successful and fulfilling life. Later in our program, I will have the honor to officially confer the degree that each of you has worked so hard to achieve. I've always believed that the best way to say goodbye is to say thank you. Please make sure you take time to thank your instructors who have poured their energy into preparing you for the next step in your journey, your parents and loved ones who have made great sacrifices to ensure that you could pursue your dreams and who take great pride in your success, and finally, your fellow RCC classmates who have worked alongside you the past several years and who have helped make your experience here worthwhile and joyful. Our mission at Rockland Community College is to provide you with purpose-driven educational opportunities that will allow you to positively transform yourselves and your communities. Through all parts of RCC, from the classroom to the library to the tutoring center to the volunteer opportunities and beyond, we have tried to provide you with one awesome experience after another. And the hope is that you will be able to move forward with passion and purpose. I hope you will take what we have sought to teach you, to engage you, so that you will positively impact the world. We are honored that we could spend these years with you, and we are thankful that we could spend this afternoon with you to celebrate you today, to celebrate what you mean to our great institution. This is an exciting time because you earned it, you did it, and we are so proud of you. This year, our keynote speaker is an exceptional leader in education, Dr. Linda Garcia. Dr. Garcia is the Executive Director of the Center for Community College Student Engagement at the University of Texas at Austin. Prior to this role, she served as the Assistant Director of College Relations at the center. Previously, Linda was the Vice President of Community College Relations at the Roush Graduate Center at National American University, and she has worked at Lone Star College, Maricopa Community Colleges, and the University of Texas at Brownsville and Texas Southmost College. Dr. Garcia's experience includes student development, instructional support, grant writing, and teaching. She served as a coach for the American Association of Community Colleges Pathways 2.0 project and continues in this same role for the Texas Pathways Project. Dr. Garcia earned a Bachelor of Journalism with a concentration in broadcast and a doctorate in higher education administration with a specialization in community college leadership from the University of Texas at Austin. Her Master's of Arts in Interdisciplinary Studies degree is from the University of Texas at Brownsville. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Garcia.
Congratulations to the Rockland Community College class of 2021. I am incredibly honored to be invited to speak to you today. Actually, I'm beyond excited. When I received the invitation to speak at the college 61st commencement, I immediately accepted. Then I called my 83-year-old father and 79-year-old mother who live at the southernmost tip of Texas, a border town called Brownsville. They were so proud. In fact, my mother said, "Mira la chona." Look at that chona. My mother always tells me this when I reach significant milestones in my life, and this was one of them. You may be wondering what la chona means. That's my nickname on my mother's side. It was given to me by my cousin when we were toddlers learning how to pronounce words. He would attempt to call me crybaby in Spanish, chiona, but it always came out as chona out of his mouth. So let me tell you, this chona is thrilled to join Rockland Community College and celebrate your accomplishment today. I know the faculty and staff at your college look forward to this every year. They have been cheering you on along the way to get to this moment. What you may have not seen is their constant encouragement behind the scenes to identify the best strategies to help you be successful. That's right, you are always on their mind. In fact, your president, Dr. Michael Baston, is known to lead national conversations about the commitment needed from college leaders to help students like you be successful. Let me take you back down to memory lane. I want you to think about why and when you decided to enroll at Rockland Community College. Do you remember that feeling? Do you remember that first day of the first course you took when your instructor went over the syllabus? Think about the friendships you formed. I'm sure there were times you felt a roller coaster of emotions. I know I did when I began that same journey nearly 25 years ago. I was excited, anxious, confident, fearful, doubtful, hopeful, sometimes all at the same time. Do you remember that certain faculty or staff member or friend or family member saying to you, "You can do this"? Think about the obstacles you overcame, especially during a time of a pandemic, global pandemic. This journey hasn't always been easy. Regardless, you continue to push forward. You continue to work harder. You are at the finish line and meeting this specific goal. The beauty of life is there will be many more milestones that you will reach. Milestones that you are already thinking about. Maybe it's starting that new job, transferring to earn a bachelor's degree, raising a family, buying that nice car or house, or anything else. And there will be milestones that you will reach that may not be part of your vision today. With every milestone, there are turning points. Turning points are those personal experiences that guide you in this journey of life. Turning points are represented in small, big decisions or events that alter your path. A turning point may have presented itself to you because of a situation that you experienced or witnessed in your life, or a conversation you had with a friend, family member, or stranger, or something you read in a book that motivated you. When you think about turning points that help you get to a planned or unplanned milestone, I encourage you to reflect and embrace. Yes, reflect and embrace. Let me share more about this. When you reach a milestone like the one we're celebrating today, reflect that your path opportunities were forming long before today. Yes, you took the steps to get you where you are today. Yes, there were people that guided you along the way, but did you think about the steps that others began taking for you a long time ago before you actually started your journey? Did you ever hear stories from your parents, guardians, and other family members that started with "back in my day" or "when I was young like you"? Most of the time, these stories were about a challenge or hardship faced in a previous time period to only teach you that your current life is not as hard as they had it, right? When I was growing up, I didn't understand how those stories connected to me. I always responded with, it's not my fault. I wasn't born then. My life is different from yours. Yes, my life was different from them because they helped pave the way for me to have a better life. Their actions were part of something bigger. Their actions were part of the foundation that was setting up for future opportunities in my life. My paternal grandfather, who I called Palopito, was from Sota La Marina, Mexico. He met my grandmother Maita when he came to the United States. Together, they raised 7 children, which included my dad and my tios and tias, uncles and aunts. The way of life for them was picking cotton and planting, irrigating, and harvesting seasonal vegetables like tomatoes, cabbage, and potatoes. You can imagine the many back in my day stories I heard about work in the field from dusk to dawn in the cold and hot weather, and how much easier I had it than they did. My maternal grandparents, who I called Abuelo y Abuela, moved their family from Hualahuises, Mexico to Brownsville, Texas in the 1940s when my mother was a child. My abuelo started making that courageous trip alone to the United States as a teenage boy before he made that permanent move with his family as an adult. Now, I think about the risk he took to eventually be part of this country where he knew no one or did not speak the English language. I remember the time when I was accepted to the University of Texas at Austin for my undergraduate degree. And I told my abuelo y abuela of the good news. My abuela joked that maybe I should stay home and learn the ways of the kitchen. She was an excellent cook, by the way. My abuelo responded and said, no, I didn't bring the family here for that. She will go. That lighthearted conversation was a very notable moment for me. It helped me understand that my grandfather took risks so his future generations could have better opportunities. It made me realize that those back in my day stories were about their hard work and sacrifices as their way to move the next generation forward so their future generations could get to the start line of educational opportunities. In fact, when I furthered my education, I eventually got 3 degrees, and then I secured this job position I have right now, executive director, which is another story, which in my never imagined that I would get 3 degrees or this position. Anyways, my tia, my aunt, said in Tex-Mex language, dile a la raza that the family has been dubbed. Y ponle on Facebook. Tell the people, she said, that the family has moved up. We collectively moved up. We have advanced. And put it on Facebook. She wanted it on Facebook so the whole world could see. You see, I'm considered first generation in the United States. I'm also first generation in higher education. My parents didn't earn a college degree. I'm the first person in my entire family on my father and mother's side to earn a doctorate degree. My personal milestones could not have been possible without the intentional actions of previous generations. The lesson here is to reflect and acknowledge the hard work of your family, relatives, guardians that had a vision of a better life so you can have better opportunities than they had. Your achievements are also theirs to celebrate. So if those folks are watching right now, I applaud you for helping your graduate reach this milestone. Your hard work is highly noted. Now, I briefly want to share the importance of embracing the milestones you may have not thought about that will come your way, and I guarantee it. It will come your way. I'm sure some of you enrolled at RCC because someone planted a seed in your mind about earning a degree. Or maybe it was another idea brought up to you that you never planned on doing. Maybe you brushed off that thought and didn't think much of it. But that person continued to nurture the idea. These type of people push you out of your comfort zone. They invest in your success, they motivate, and they guide you. 6 years ago, I was at a family barbecue. I was sitting at a picnic table, enjoying time with my family, enjoying the food and laughing. The person sitting across from me at that table was my 73-year-old tío, uncle. He He said, Linda, I'm going to run a half marathon. When he said that, I absolutely paused and I stared at him. In that short moment, which felt like a long conversation I had internally with myself, my mind was thinking, did I hear that right? How can that be? This doesn't make sense. I'm a lot younger. I don't even run I don't run a mile. And he plans to run 13.1 miles. This is absolutely ridiculous. Then I said to him, Theo, you can't do this without me. Yeah, I surprised myself. After that conversation, I reflected, why did my uncle tell me he signed up for a half marathon? And how in the world am I going to do this, especially prepared for it? Was he intentionally pushing me out of my comfort zone? Or maybe he was just sharing with me in that joyful time at the family barbecue just what he was planning on doing. Anyways, I'm glad he shared that with me. Never in my wildest dreams did I ever think I would become a runner, reach a milestone to complete 4 half marathons with him. Yeah, 4. For every race, my Theo would call me and ask me, how's your running plan coming along? Did you run today? How many miles did you run? Make sure you eat the same thing before each run. Lesson learned here, my friends. People who push you believe in you. Recognize who they are and embrace the out-of-this-world ideas they believe you can do. The journey to reach that milestone they present to you will require a lot of hard work, no doubt. Know that the reward will be worth it and you will be better because of it. Graduates, look how far you've come. Keep pushing, keep betting on yourself. Always remember to reflect and embrace. I leave you with one of my favorite quotes, which I found in the most delicious fortune cookie. And it said, every job is a self-portrait of the person who did it. Autograph your work with excellence. Congratulations, Rockland Community College Class of 2021.
Dr. Garcia, it is my esteemed pleasure to bestow the Presidential Award of Honor to you today. You have been an educator who is making an impact upon the success of community college students across the country. We're grateful for your service, your friendship, and your dedication. Congratulations.
Dr. Baston, I have the honor of presenting to you the August 2020, the December 2020, and the May 2021 degree candidates, as well as the Career Skills Academy candidates. Congratulations, everybody. Job well done. Dr. Baston?
Thank you, Dr. Deere. By the power vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Rockland Community College, State University of New York, I hereby confer the degrees of Associate in Arts, Associate in Science, Associate in Applied Science, and recognize the completion of certificate programs by the members of the classes of 2020 and 2021 that, having completed the studies and satisfied the requirements for the degrees now awarded, you are accorded the honors and privileges attendant thereto. Congratulations, graduates.
Own Abbas, Abby S. Abraham, Sony S. Abraham, Peter James Accordino, Joe Marlon Acevedo, Sita Acharya, Eric Ruya Acosta, Christian E. Acuna, Deborah Robin Melamed Attica, Judalyn Adolph, JD Nicole Aguilar, Ingrid Aguilar Rojas, Ariana Ahmedzai, Letitia Manica Aiken, Olivia Antonia Ein, Belinda Akech, Caitlin Nicole Alberino, Shayna Lynn Alden, Nicole Allegado, Nathaniel Allegria, Mara Elam Alexandre, Philip Alfano, Mohammed Anwar Alidad, Ketali Almoza, Joanna Nadege Altador, Nathan Aaron Altschuler, Amanda Amador, Nady Amadi, Saida Tourzani Ameri, Clinton Ampensem, Natalie Anderson, Lindsay Ann Ardovino, Madison Lynn Andaloro, Lindsay Ann Ardovino, Allison Faith Arias, Jason Kwesi Armu, Eliza Assad, Emily Brianna Avila Gualpa, Haley Ann Babcock, Leah Backert, Evangelia Rose Bagby, John Richard Baker Jr., Jason Balla, Jordan Javon Banton, Vincent Barikian, Jenna Elizabeth Barron, Xander J. Barron, Charlotte Bash, Emmanuel P. Bastos, James Griffin Batista, Olivia Nadine Baum, Richard Belizaire, Joseph Bensavengo, Abigail Berkowitz, Mirtha Gabriella Bernal Pasica, Megan Marie Bertrand, Kayla O. Blackwell, Frankie Alfred Blake, Adina Tova Bodlander, Nicholas Taylor Bonasoro, Shade Teresa Bonifant, Elizabeth Bono, Tatiana Mary Botchigao, Zachary Buabidi, Sean Patrick Boyle, Sarah Mae Brady, Alicia Vanessa Bremner, Samuel Bresner, Chiara Britton, Tracy Lynn Broda, Yana L. Brown, RN, Stephanie Ann Brown, David I. G. Bryant, Alana Buddha, Ronal Bueno, Curly Melissa Bueno Mindiola, Amanda Joy Bui, Diego Esperbano Manosalvas, Tristan Burgess Williams, Julia Ann Burgos, Hannah Rose Burke, Leasha Burns, Gabriela Cabasa, Crystal Cabrera, Timothy John Balsita Cacho, Blake Calabrese, Michaela Marguerite Caldwell, Brittany Selena Kaleha, Vladimir Kameh, Kurt Capra, Jonathan Luis Caraballo, Tressa Cardona, Joseph Frank Corelli Jr., Mrs. Elizabeth Marie Carpenter, John Francisco Carrillo, Fiona Marie Carroll, Joseph A. Caterino, Michael James Cavaluzzi Jr., Aroni Enrique Cerda, Johnny Charles, Lookins S. Charles, Deborah Chatelaine, Jian Chen, Dengfu Cheng, Cynthia Lynn Rose Cheristal, Vladimir Cherie, Mariana Chorba, Emily Rose Clark, Jessica L. Clark, Kanisha Monique Clark, Samantha Francis Clement, Alana Colopi, Taylor Renee Colombani, Adam Contreras, Michael I. Cook, Gavin John Courtwright, Carly Ann Cosgrove, Exon Kosovich, Taylor Noel Costa, Lindsay Cowens, Carol Ann Coyne, Caitlin Jamie Crilly, Samantha Crosby, Kristen Amber Cruz, Patricia May Cupeles, Sarah Curbello, Nicole Chachkovsky, Gabriella D'Amico, Robert T. Dale, Austin James Daly, Amani Talicia Danklar, Sarah Page Davgin, Michael DeGraw, Jasmine Iris de la Cruz, Carlos A. Delgado Jr., Rochelle K. Delgado Lara, Amanda R. DeNigris, Killian DeRitter, Jeffrey Desamour, Sierra Renee Diaz, Bridget L. DiBattista, Malka Rachel Dickman, Olivia R. DiGiacomo, Nelissa Disla, Hannah V. Dittimer, Christopher Joseph Dobo, Jillian Elizabeth Dolce, Danielle Rose Dominiani, Matthew Donegan, Kundong, John Donnelly, Denoa Dopwell, Nicole Draymond, Julian Dew, Isabella Lopez Duarte, Joseph Duffy, Ann Stacy Eileen Dumornay, Daniel Gerard Dunleavy, Laura Tatiana Duque, Kevin Dyba, Jada Eason, Nicole T. Ekety, Matthew Ellison Davidson, Kevin Christopher Emile, Joel Encarnacion, Samuel Patrick Erard, Jeremy Noel Espinal, Ileana Josephine Estrada, Nicholas Charles Estrada, Galilea Estrella Rosario, Isela Manuela Fabrieta, Jennifer Fernanda Fajardo, Shannon Sandria Falconer, Robert Folesto, Gabrielle J. Fanara, Neve Celine Fanning, John Richard Fastoff, Mohammed Adnan Fayyad, Ashley Deanna Fede, Talitha Rachel Felix, Edna C. Ferdinand, Frazee Fernandez, Anna Maris Fernandez Gauchin, Betiana K. Ferrara, John R. Fitzgerald, Christopher Ayuku Flakwa, Fareed Capel Florian, Gabriela Fonseca, Naomi Forchheimer, Joshua Forzano, Madison Lee Foster, Peterson Francois, Nicole Catherine Frank, Dorothy Sarah Friedman, Alexis Taylor Froyo, Taisha Denise Furman, Gilad Gabai, Anna Rose Gabalski, Carly Galliardo, Michael Gallio, Kayani Marie Gales, Rami Ganaganagayam, Penelope A. Garcia, Savion Rudy Garcia, Tillin Ashley Dove Garvin, Mosseline Gosson, Yardley George, Siho Mangaliceral George, Sean Patrick Garrity, Sarah Gistetner, Alessia Giordano, Daniel Thomas Gleason, Jacob William Glum, Teresa Goldner, Stephanie Goldfisher, Rachel Goldfisher, Gabrielle Jacob Goldstein, Alexander Goldstein, Fidel Gomez, Christine Gonzalez, Mr. Isaac Anthony Gonzalez, Stephanie Gonzalez, Chris Yelly Gonzalez, Kevin Anthony Maldonado Gonzalez, Adelina Isabel Gonzalez, Michael T. Gazinski Lynch, Alexander Max Gottlieb, Sergelin Guboth, Tyler Jordan Grant, Anna Sophia Grasso, Chaya Mushka Greenwald, Feiji Grinfeld, Anthony Joseph Grissel, Erica Noemi Gualpa, Daisy Julendi Guerra Martinez, Jocelyn Carolina Guerrero, Olivia Elizabeth Guerrero, Lucas S. Guerrero, Annie Gergendies, Anakari Gutierrez, Gregory Brandon Guy Jr., Samuel Guy, Milagros Guzman, Jonathan Guzman, Mohammed Arham Hamid, Janelle Harding, Christopher Joseph Havener, Katsuhiro Hayashi, Srapich Hang, Michael E. Henry, Connor Michael Heppes, Juan Hernandez, Kelsey Ann Hernandez, Nehemias Daniel Hernandez, Crystal Lisette Hernandez, Ibeth Noemi Hernandez, Danny E. Herrera, Johannan Hershoff, Valisa J. Hicks, Emma Elizabeth Hudson, Codia Gisette Hull, Abigail E. Hilton, Angela M. Hines, Ari Imai, Devin Mitchell Imran, Michelangelo Iodice, Maria Grazia Iodice, Sidoni James, Alana Teresa Janelli, Juliana Rose Janelli, Danica Jean-Baptiste, Thursta Jean-Charles, Ariel Bianca Jean-Marie, Juliana Bianca Gianti, Jaleesa Shanti Jemison, Suyan Jian, Alicia Rosalise Jimenez, Isis J. Jimenez Silveri, Scott Johnson, Jeremy Callith Johnson, Aubrey Elise Jordan, Esther Joseph, Daphne Joseph, Spencer Joseph, Christopher A. Julian, Veronica Maria Kachor, Yakov Yuri Khan, Jonathan Harrison Khan, Michelle Kaminsky, Sarah Itka Kaplan, Maima Karwi, Yulia Kazuta, Rose M. Keaveney, Megan Casey Keaveney, Hunter Rowley Keller, Courtney Elizabeth Kelly, Teresa M. Kelly, Julian Marie Kelly, Hugh Patrick Kennedy, Isabella Annie Keogh, Travis Key, Hazifa Khalid, Mikat Khan, Young Sun Debbie Kim, Jill K. Kamanthi Kanui, Jacob Leo Kimbrell, Emily Marie King, Tova Klein, Christopher Klepper, John Richard Cole, Grace Kresbach, Ariane Cecilia Kukielchak, Nevin Kuravilia, Jacob John Kusamalyam, Jean Kivik, Dustin Louis Labar, Naisha Lebowski, Nyla A. Leboy, Colin James Lagarde, Marie Bonnie Landrigan, Julianne Elizabeth Laskorsky, Sarah Elizabeth Lawler, Marguerite J.S. Leger, Lorandi Legerme, Maria R. Lema, Maximilian Joseph Len, Michael Lennick, Juliana Leon Morales, Sophia Rose Leone, Chaya Sarah Levy, Sujung Lim, Kevin Mauricio Linares Martinez, Majin Lever, Diana Lianas, Melissa Lennon, Maya D. Lopez, Imanol Loaiza, Aliza C. Lowenstein, Victoria Loperino, Isaac A. Lopez, Maya Danielle Lopez, Jonathan Lopez, Anne-Marie Teresa Lopez, Joshua Ruben Laura, Sarah Tatiana Louie, Rose Mallory Louie, Herbie Louis Jacques, Kimberly Pereira Lusbet, Rhea Chrisley Mays, Haley A. Malin, Michael Anthony Malziker, Gio Mamachan, Anna Paula Mamiani Quiroga, Andrew Nathaniel Manson, Yvenica Marcellus, Lauren Alexis Marchani, Anthony Michael Maresca, Monica Josephine Martell, Alfredo Nelson Martinez Jr., Brendy Martinez, Vanessa N. Martinez, Nicholas Joseph Martinez, Bianca Martinez, Christian Martinez, Nia Martinez, Alexandra Martini, Michael Maslanik Jr., William J. Masari, Joel Thoppel Mammon Matthew, Casey Nicole Matos, Allison Morrow, Madison Mavrogiannis, Daniel M. Maxime, Lillian Roxana Mazariego, Vanessa Elizabeth Mazariego, Giovanni Ephraim Mazariegos Carpio, James Anthony McCurrick, Connor James McCann, William Robert McCormick, Ethan Zane McCullough, Ashley Marie McDonald, Sasha Noel McLean, Rita Charlene McLeod, Claire Siobhan McNamara, Jennifer McPhee, Alexa Medina, Ricardo D. Mendez, Jessica A. Mercadante, Daniel N. Metcalf, Ashley M. Medeiros, Wilbichevsky Milius, Ben Milner, Stephen Milton, Jasmine Guadalupe Mizquieri, Teddy Monfort, Louis Mongilia, Alex Javier Monteroso, Mackenzie Milagros Morales, Joseph E. Moran, Julian Cosmes Morel Mirabal, Dylan John Morgan, Adriel Manuel Murillo, Daisy Kathleen Morocho, Brian Stephen Morocho, Caitlin Rose Mott, Kiara Josephine Muhammad, Brittany L. Murdoch, Michaela Eileen Murphy, Matthew Murphy, Carrie Ann Grace Murphy, Vondiana S. Murray, Brittany Elizabeth Maroney, Jesse T. Musto, Kiana Beltran Nakpeel, Ajitesh Powaru Narain, Marvel Narcisse, Kayla M. Naughton, Nikki J. Navarra, Alexa Nia Ned, Joseph Lee Negreen, Erica D. Negrone, Chelsea Negrone, Logan Brian Nelson, Mason Nemeth, Matthew Taylor Newman, Chiara Chantel Nicasio, Linda Jane Nicolo, Narodi Noel, Wade A. Noller, Christopher Jeremiah Noonan, Osifa Safoni F. Nord, Danny Augusto Nunez, Tazin Nwe Tu, Andrew Olanson, Michael O'Malley, Daniel Odenlade, Marlena Oliensis, Keiru Anthony Oliveras, Brianna Marie Opichi, Evelyn Lisseth Orlana Gomez, Razy Ornstein, Olga Ortega Cherry, Karen Elizabeth Padilla, Oscar Alvarez Palma, Estefany Deani Palma Morales, Matthew William Palmer, Stephen Gregory Pappas, Grace V. Parahus, Franco Paresi, Rachel K. Paredes Carvajal, John Nicholas Parisi, Janavi H. Parmar, Ashley Faith Pasquariello, Michael Pavlchek, Yasmin Pena, Heidi Elizabeth Peralta de Vargas, Luz D. Perez, Ashley Hitai Perez, Kellen Arthur Perez, Gianna Lynn Perez, Stephen Andrew Petfield, Jacob Stephen Petfield, Katina Lissa Pettifrere, Raquel Philippe, Jubei Philip Marks, Sasha Pierre-Louis, Giselle Anita Pinos, Melina Page Peranio, Kiara Alexa Pizarro, Liesel Christine Plamo, Michaela Louise Poe, Erica L. Pollock, Nora Marie Porter, Moshe David Posner, Brian Poeska, Nancy Pozo, Michael William Prestia, Elizabeth Marlena Prestia, Brianna Price, Noah Mitchell Puentes, Dominic Victor Purpura, Ashen Cheyenne Casey, Raynalyn Lim Regadio, Sarah Rajput, Luna A. Ramos Alarcon, Valerie Auer Ramsey, Andrew John Raska, Danielle Faith Rattener, Miriam Raymond, Carrie Ann Reed, Julio Minor Ressi, Brianna Ravinsky, Zachary Ian Ringer, Francesca Riolo, Noel G. Ritchie, Angela Rivas Juarez, Philip Anthony Rivera, Amanda Sarah Rivera, Amalinda E. Rivera, Angelina Alicia Rivera, John Roberts, Tara Suzanne Roberts, Elissa Roberts, Lorette Kim Robinson, Frady Rodriguez Vasquez Jr., Edgar Anthony Rodriguez Martinez, Ana L. Rodriguez Mazariego, Kristen Noel Rose, Jordan Travis Rosenberg, Mathnael F. Rosenthal, Menachem Rothschild, Jonathan M. Rubalos, Nicole Yvette Ruiz, Christina A. Russo, Amer Rose Ryan, Giscard Denis Antoine Sabat, Letitia Grace Pascal Saint-Hilaire, Alan J. Salke, Hemza Saleh, Delana Sandoval, Saida A. Sankar, Emily Rose Sannon, Andrew Fabian Santiago, Jennifer Santiago, Julian David Santiago, Matthew R. Santos, Mulaney Elizabeth Santos Lopez, Larabe Sarmad, Joseph William Sauro, Kieran J. Scanlon, Sharon Rebecca Sharf, Sophia R. Schiano, Ryan H. Schmidt, Caitlin Rose Scully, Brian Michael Seaback, Lauren Jade Sehas, Dylan Jacob Sentlowitz, Olivia Elizabeth Settle, Evelyn Shirley Shahi, Arya Shahi, Deanna Shaligina, Josh Shikowitz, Ashley Eileen Shine, Nicholas Simeone, Barbara Sincerbo, Brian I. Singer, Kayla Elaine Singleton, Caitlin Cecily, Carrie Ashley Small, Jessica Ann Smedley, Brielle Smith, Naomi Ruth Smith, Shlomo Sofer, Christian Anthony Sama, Lorenzo N. Suknanan, Courtney Spagnoli, Shannon Spiegelberg, Nicole Marie Squilini, Harmendez Riguez Saint-Just, Norma St. Victor, Tamar Gracia St. Victor, Gastien Samprou, Megan Staton, Kayla Lee Stewart, Madison Ann Stolarski, Jessica Christine Stradley, Rivka Strasberg, Logan Joseph Sullivan, Caitlin Sutherland, Alan Valdemar Svensson, Matthew J. Scalani, Francesca Tall, Thomas A. Tassone, Ashley Taveras, Glenessa Taylor, Damon Lee Taylor, Jennifer Tepanicattle, Miriam Teitelbaum, Jennifer Tenezica Segara, Cameron Roman Theus, Francesca Thizan, Hendrika Thomas, Connor Ty, Ashley Timmerman, Patrick J. Tobin, Omar Torres II, Abigail Prima Toussaint, Amalia Carolyn Trator, Alexandria Troncoso, Michael P. Troutner, Junya Uehara, Kenta Umazaki, Arlene Arania, Philip Austin Arania, Catherine Urrutia, Chaya Ora Usitsky, Jacqueline Valenzuela Espinoza, Brian Christopher Van Sant, Nicole Alexandra Van Sickle, Kristen Vargas, Ann Varghese, Ann Varogase, Amber D. Vasquez, Felix Vasquez Ayala, Jonathan Vega, Jamie T. Velarde, Michael Neri Velez, Wilfredo Aaron Velez, Carly Verderosa, Adrian Viano Robles, Esther Vigilant Phillip, Karen B. Villa, Anna Zanirato Voloshin, Daniel Voltaire, Daniel Vu, Barbara Warner, Abraham E. Weinberg, Haley Nicole Weingarten, Latrell Corrine Wellington, Nicholas J. Werner, Amaya C. Williams, Sheridan Williams, Tyrone John Williams Jr., Preston Lloyd Malcolm Williams, Austin Joseph Blair Williams, Shamita A.N. Williams, Maya Wolf, Joel Ray, Jack D. Wren, Dylan Wynn, Natasha Beathany Winter, Naomi Yabra, Nicole Vivian Yakubov, Melissa Amy Young, Brandon Young, Arthur E. Michael David Zamore, Anne-Marie C. A. Zamore, Zoha Zuhair.
As a sign of the degrees that have been conferred upon you, move the tassel of your mortarboard from the right to the left. Once again, congratulations, graduates, and we thank everyone for joining Rockland Community College for the 61st commencement ceremony. This concludes our program. Thank you, thank you, thank you.